Hello, it's Delegate Hough here, and this last Monday was what we call crossover date here at Annapolis, which means it's the deadline for all the bills in the House to get over the Senate and all the bills in the Senate to get over the House, so we only got about 20 days left in the legislative session. This year I was able to get 5 bills through the Maryland House that went over to the Senate, and I thought I'd take a couple minutes here and talk about what those 5 bills were so you know what I've been working on while I've been down here in Annapolis, other than just fighting back against some of the tax and spend bills. We've also been putting in our own proposals to help reform Maryland and make things better. So in the wake of the Baltimore City jail scandal, I introduced 2 pieces of legislation, and of course I was on that special commission that looked into that problem. So 2 bills, House Bill 962 and House Bill 961, would help reform Maryland's correctional system. The first bill requires a simple polygraph test for anyone who's hired as a prison guard. So basically, it would help to sort out those who come in with a criminal background and make sure we're not hiring those folks. And the second bill just simply changes up the makeup of the appeals board. So once a correctional officer gets in trouble, they have to go in front of an appeals board. And we want to make sure we have a proper appeals board so that punishment is doled out and that we get correctional officers who are breaking the law and breaking the rules, that we were able to get them out of those facilities in a timely manner. So that was the 2 of those bills that came out. I had another 2 pieces of legislation which were criminal justice reform bills. The first bill, which is House Bill 642, simply expanded onto a pilot program that I put in 2 years ago, and it requires a swift and certain sanction for those who violate any of their conditions of parole. And the program's been very successful in its first 2 years in reducing the number of people that violate the conditions of their parole. So we're trying to keep people on the straight and narrow once they're out of prison, making sure they're not getting any more trouble. And if they do get in trouble, we're making sure what this bill requires, like I said, a swift and certain sanction to make sure that they are punished for those violations. And the program has showed to work to this point, so we want to keep it going. And another bill, House Bill 921, would provide certificates of completion. So basically, for those people who successfully complete parole, we just simply give them a certificate. It's something they can take with them as they're re-entering into society. So if they're going to get a job or housing, they have something to show people that they've paid their restitution, they've stayed out of trouble, and they've been doing all the right things. And finally, the last bill that we sent over, a piece of my legislation that went over from the House to the Senate, was House Bill 1256. Just a simple bill, but it was an important bill that limit the fees that Roriton clubs can be charged. So when they're doing their annual fundraising events, and this one talked about when they're doing butchering and different meat events, that they would reduce the fee from $400 to $150. So by me, we have, like, for example, the Jefferson Roriton and the Burkittsville Roriton. These fees that they are being charged were exorbitant, and they were hampering their abilities to be able to give more money back to the community. So those were the 5 bills that I was able successfully this year to get over from the House to the Senate. Of course, they now have to pass the Senate and go to the governor where he has to sign them. So we still have a ways to go. And also I want to say, if I can ever be of assistance during this next 20 days, you can reach me at michael@delegatehough.com, or you can call me at 410-841-3472. Have a great week.